Hey everyone, it is 5:42 in the morning. I've been up for almost 2 hours because I am heading on a road trip up to Santa Cruz to visit a friend. I'm doing this alone. This is my first solo road trip. And the reason I'm recording this is because I've been in a relationship for 4 years and I love him to death. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. But I still think it's important to do solo adventures or solo travel because after 4 years you sort of run out of stories to tell each other. So that's what this is going to be about. It's going to be an interesting adventure because I'm not a great driver, especially not a great long distance driver. So I'm already hopped up on caffeine. I have packed my car full of food and comfort items. So let's see how this goes. Hey all, I am here in beautiful nowhere. I'm somewhere on the I-5, which by the way sucks. For those of you who haven't been to California, this is beautiful California. In the middle of the Central Valley, which is all dried and gross. I had to drive by a cattle feedlot and my car smelled like a porta potty for like a good 30 minutes, so that was a fun drive. A couple thoughts on taking a road trip by yourself. One, it's a lot of fun. It's beautiful. I've been listening to Bowling for Soup, which I grew up on. I didn't even realize I still had that CD. You wake up really early, drive over the hills, over the grapevine, and just seeing half the hills lit up from the sun is just, cannot describe how gorgeous that is. Downsides, however, I've seen a lot of things already that I wanted to record or take pictures of, but I was driving 80 miles per hour, so not gonna do that. Also, it does get a little bit lonely, particularly when you're starting to get a little sleepy after hour and a half. I tend to get sleepy in the car, and that is what audiobooks are for. So audiobooks, top notch. Personally, I find that they keep me much more engaged when I'm driving than music, so check them out. So I'm about 4 hours in and I finally sort of know where I am. I went from the 5 to the 46, which probably means nothing to you, and now I'm near Cambria, which is supposed to be gorgeous. I'll be there probably in about 20 minutes, but I had to stop for this absolutely gorgeous view. And of course, to give some of my thoughts again on how this whole solo road trip thing is going. One downside of doing a solo road trip, especially through California, is that you don't have a DD and to take advantage of the free wine tasting that is literally every half mile. So I'm pretty pissed. But on the flip side, I feel like doing this trip alone means I've appreciated like the scenery and the things I've seen a lot more so. I've paid more attention than I have on previous road trips because I've done this drive before, similar drives. But because I had friends or my boyfriend or whoever it is in the car, I didn't pay as much attention to the road. So it's just a totally different experience when you're driving totally on your own. So I reached beautiful Cambria. It is gorgeous. I stopped in town for breakfast. I think I'm like 5 hours into this trip. Another thought on solo road trips is, or just solo travel in general, is the freedom to do and pick what you want to do. I don't have to ask anybody where they want to eat. I don't have to say, hey, I want to stop there and convince the whole car that we should stop. That is so nice. I mean, you know, I love exploring new places with my best friend, but just look at this. I don't have to ask anyone if I want to stop here. I just pull the car over and I stop. That is just, I can't get over it. So I was gonna go to Hearst Castle, but it is a 2-hour tour for like 30 bucks. So I'm gonna go do something else. So it's hour 7. I have reached Big Sur, California, which again is absolutely gorgeous. The drive up here was terrifying. You might notice it looks a little bit foggy. The whole drive, because the road is on the edge of a mountain, it was just straight clouds, straight fog. It felt like I was driving on the edge of the world, which was really cool and terrifying. And just the whole time I was driving, I was just so proud of myself and happy and exhilarated. I'm one of those people that has big dreams but tends not to follow through on them. I almost didn't study abroad, even though I'd wanted to do it for years. I almost didn't start this YouTube channel, and I almost didn't take this trip. So I'm just really happy with myself that I got out of my comfort zone and went out and did this, even though it was scary and I knew there'd be some difficulties, but I'm just having an amazing time, and I cannot recommend doing this enough. So, road trip euphoria has worn off. I'm convinced the last hour is always the hardest. My back hurts, my leg hurts, my legs hurt, and last hour was stopped being this like beautiful scenic highway 1 and just turned into just regular old gross city highway with traffic. But I'm here at my destination and I am very excited to spend a lovely weekend with my friend here in Santa Cruz. So I had a pretty spectacular weekend in Santa Cruz, but I'm headed on home. Not taking any fun roads this time because I need to get home and get ready for work in the morning. But please subscribe, leave a comment below about any road trips you've done. What's your favorite road trip? Any recommendations for me to try out next time? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll check y'all later.